Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for Twisted Dice. Thank you very much for joining us today. This will be a short video, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to you. Let's talk a little bit about the 3 things that you really need to prepare yourself and get ready for 9th edition, and the 3 big changes, probably the most noticeable and what I think the most impactful changes from 8th to 9th. But before we get started guys, if you could please hit that subscribe button. We are pushing on to that 10,000 subscriber mark, and every subscriber really counts. And I tell you what, Darren, you know, just think of him over there. He wakes up every morning, he picks up his phone, and if you're one of those new subscribers, you've just made Darren's day. And you know, I don't need his moaning and groaning, so make his day. That makes my day. But thank you very much guys, and thank you very much to our patrons. You guys are absolute bosses, and if you want to be a patron, all the details are below. There's never been a better time to be a patron. We've got some regular competitions and giveaways that are going over there. A very active community, and it's a great place to hang out. But thank you very much for watching guys. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of your top 3. Anyway, we're a minute in, so let's go. Right, so 9th edition is hitting. There are lots of changes. Some of them are more subtle than others. But I've just kind of had a good old look and seen, you know, what I think are the most impactful things. So first of all, command points. Command points have dramatically changed in their application within the game. So first of all, the way you build your army is going to be very impactful on your command points. You're pretty much going to be everyone starting in a, losing my voice, in a similar position. And that means that you've got to be quite careful with how you spend those. On top of that, once you've built your army and you've made that sacrifice, if you want extra detachments, you want allies, all this good stuff, on top of that, you're going to get 1 additional command point each turn in your command phase. We think potentially after FAQs you may be able to get another one through different warlord traits and what have you. So you're going to be limited to that. But then on top of that, the way that the command points work is, yes, you've got your stratagems, and there are going to be more stratagems now because there are different ways of working. So, you know, you're going to need a stratagem to do Overwatch. You're going to do a stratagem to do this, that, reserves, all over the place. On top of that, you've got to remember that reroll, that magical reroll that we always liked for those clutch things, to get up Gilliman, to get up a knight, to reroll when you've just blown up your vehicle that's then chain reactioned into the rest of your army. Can't do that anymore. So the reroll is very much, you know, set to just a very few things. So that means that, again, those command point use and the way that works in the game is completely dramatically changed. So you need to take that into account when you're thinking about your command points and how you're going to use them, because the way that you plan that resource is going to be very different within 9th edition than it is in 8th edition. It's going to be a huge change to how we play the game. Second up, characters. Characters were pretty safe before. Yes, you had snipers, you had things that could ignore it, you had different ways to get in there with psychic powers, but now your characters are not going to be safe. You know, you've got to fulfill the right criteria to get these guys so they're not targetable, and that criteria could crash and burn super quick if you haven't planned it out. Just sticking that 1 unit close to him, that 1 unit then dies and then your character's getting blown away, is something that's going to happen if you're not careful. You have to plan out. On top of that, because of the new detachments, you're probably going to have less characters. So those characters are really important. You know, keep them safe. So you're going to have to be very careful with how you position those guys. It's going to be a complete change in how it works, because things that are able to snipe or get at your characters are going to be hugely impactful in your game. And you're going to have to be very careful how you protect those guys. It's going to be a super important part of the game, which at the moment is not so much a case. So that character rule is absolutely huge, and do not take it for granted. I think it's going to be a game changer and something that people are going to need to adjust to pretty quick. And the third thing that I've got for you is the morale and consolidation stroke I can't think of the word. What's the word? Coherency. That's the word. So coherency. This is huge, and a lot of people have underestimated how important this is. So one, that morale phase has changed dramatically. You could lose more, you could lose less, could be safer, could be worse. But ultimately, and again, you're not going to be re-rolling that. You can't re-roll it. So you're stuck. You're stuck with that result. And if you've put your guys out too far, you could be losing additional troops. You can't just put a little diamond or a little star at either sides, because as you start to lose those, you're going to lose that bit, because you can't take them out the middle. You've got to take them from the edges, which means that with those bigger units, you could be losing your guys very, very fast if you haven't planned that out. So if you're running any units that are kind of over the size of 5, you're going to have to really plan out how you position these guys, how you make use of that coherency, because you could lose that really quickly and you could find yourself in a lot of trouble. So you're going to need to plan that out very differently from you ever have before. Screens are going to be important, so you're going to still need those bigger units at times, but how you use them is really going to change. So do not take that for granted. It's a huge, huge thing, and something that I think that people have not necessarily fully grasped. So for me, they're the 3 biggest changes that you're going to need to adapt to and be really, truly aware of in the new edition. But there's lots of big stuff. So put down below what you think are going to be the biggest game changers in 9th edition. What are those 3 changes that you think are going to make things dramatically different from 8th edition to 9th edition? But hopefully, guys, you've enjoyed this video and it's been interesting. If it has been, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Please give us a like and let us know what you think. But until the next video, I'm Aceface, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.